like to start this podcast today by thanking our incredible sponsors because without you, this would not be possible. APO Express, Candyland, Loma Theater, 6112 Entertainment, and Que Suave Cafe. And of course, newcomer to the group, the Honey Shack. This just in as of November the 15th, Faith Lucero and Braden Munoz have been selected to participate in the Red versus Green All-Star Game representing Socorro Warriors Soccer. Good morning and welcome to the Warrior Talk podcast. With us today we have seniors from the Lady Warriors soccer team. We also have returning guest Faith Lucero. We have brand new guests Jada Castillo and Marae Angel. Ladies, go ahead and give your introduction.
Hi, my name is Jada Castillo. I'm class of 2024. I'm number 31 on the Lady Warriors soccer team, and I play midfield.
Hey guys, back again. It's Faith Lucero, number 4, and I play midfield for the Socorro soccer team, and I'm a senior.
I'm Marae Angel. I'm a senior. I play defense, and I'm number 30.
Well, ladies, at least two of you, welcome to the show. Super happy to have you here. You know, I've been talking to your coach about this for sure, seriously, since your senior night game, which I had the privilege of hosting for y'all, at least the introduction part, and I hope I didn't disappoint. But first off, I want to start off with Marae. And Marae, so being that you're my cousin and all, it's kind of weird seeing you graduate. How do you feel?
It's nerve-wracking. It's a bittersweet.
So yeah, I could remember when I was in high school, you know, at least when I was graduating for my senior night, and it was a bittersweet moment, you know, for sure. And I'm sure you felt the same way. You know, you have your supporters and your fans,
Yes.
you know, all watching you walk down center field. And then you have, you know, of course, your parents right there by your side. I mean, just give us a breakdown of the night as a whole, because you guys ended up absolutely demolishing, what was it, Monte del Sol?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us about that. How did that go for you? And then, you know, we'll pass it amongst the other two as well.
I was a mess. Just knowing that was my last home game, last game I was ever going to play on the field. Having my parents by my side, walking down. It was a mess. I was a mess.
And Faith?
Gosh, definitely bittersweet. I think it was a little more bitter for me because I love being a Warrior. I love high school. I've loved this team for 5 years, and just to know that was your last one playing on that field. I mean, it's a tough moment, but it's also nice because it's like I made it. Like I achieved this. I did this. So bittersweet, but very, very heartbreaking to say the least.
If I remember telling you at the very end of the game, I said, don't do this right now because it's going to feel the same in 2 years, okay? Because every time I walk down, even to the stadium, much less on a football field, I haven't touched our football field since I've moved back to town, okay? I haven't.
Yeah.
I can't go on the football field. I could be there. I'll be in the stadium.
Yeah, but touching it, yeah.
But I cannot go on that field.
I was a complete mess. My dad, after the game, took me onto the field and took me to the middle of the field, and just completely broke down. It was such a weird feeling.
I don't know how many times when I graduated, how many times I actually went out like at night completely by myself to the stadium and just threw a football down the field. And I'd go and pick it up and I'd throw another one down the field.
It's just, gosh, like it's such a weird feeling. Like I bet you felt it. Like you just don't believe it. You're just in disbelief. You're just like, there's no way. Like I'm not coming back.
Well, like I say, it's been 2 years and I could still remember the very last down I had. You know what I mean? I still remember what that very last game felt like.
Yeah, it's
so you never get away from that.
People explain it, but once you feel it yourself, it's completely, man, it's different.
Oh yeah. And Jada, I mean, how's everything for you?
I wasn't really like hurt by it. It was more like hurtful watching Faith and Marae be sad because I wasn't gonna play soccer this year. I played it completely for them because they asked me to last season. Because I wasn't gonna do any sports except wrestling, and so it like hurt seeing them hurt at the end. But I ended up walking with my sister and my auntie because they are the closest people to me. So that also was like hurtful, but I honestly wasn't too hurt about it. I was just hurt seeing Faith and Marae like hurt.
Well, so give me a breakdown of the game. I unfortunately was unable to stay for the entirety of the game. As a matter of fact, quick story time, okay? One, it wasn't supposed to rain that day. Okay?
Yeah.
So one, it wasn't supposed to rain that day, and I was looking mighty dapper, if I do say so myself, okay? And I was like, man, I'm going to be all bad and ride my motorcycle to the thing, and we're going to be cool, because JC, he had his sound systems and whatnot, so I didn't have to worry about bringing mine or nothing. I just had to show up. So I was like, all right, yeah, you know. So I'm riding my bike from work. I work up at Emmertech, and all of a sudden I'm getting these freaking, like, 1-inch raindrops just right on the back of my head. And stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I head up over there, and boys soccer is on delay, and I'm like, oh, okay. So just kind of twiddling my thumbs over here, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, yeah, we're going to do it at halftime. Cool, sounds good. Halftime comes around. Oh, well, I didn't have the speaker set up because it was raining. We're going to do it after the game. Okay. This whole time I'm stressing out because not only did I sign up to do both senior nights for boys and girls, but I am the only announcer for Lady Warrior Volleyball. And they had a game at 6. And so their pregame stuff is done at 5:45, whatnot. So everybody's like, oh, yeah, we're on a 20-minute delay, 30-minute delay. Okay. Oh, we're going to do it at halftime. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do it at the end of the game, at the beginning of the girls' game. Okay, well, when is the girls' game going to start? You know what I mean? Like, I was losing my stuff over there, but I was like, okay, no, you got to, because this means something for them, whatever, that they're still in district play, they could, whatever.
Yeah.
So I go in the restroom, and I record an introduction with a roster that I found on Max Preps. And I sent it to Jaden, and I was all, I might not make it. Here's some insurance. I swear to God. And when I get through with your guys' stuff, I did everything but run to my truck. And I was like, going all the way to the freaking high school. As I walk into the high school, I hear them playing the national anthem. And so I'm like, oh, shit. I missed it because the national anthem usually goes on afterward. Mm-hmm. So, but I walked in anyway because I was like, whatever, they're going to need me for the rest of the game. I walked in and they had the newspaper guy with Mr. Russell Huffman. He had the microphone in hand, and when he looked at me, he was all, here you go. And I was all, and Carmen, she tells me, she goes, they haven't even done the things yet. I was just trying to set up your recording. I said, yes. So anyway, that was a double booking on my end, so I wasn't able to see your game circling back. So how did it go?
It was a good one. It was, obviously we were all the seniors were sad in the beginning, but I mean once we touched that field, once the whistle blew, once the first goal went in, really is when everyone just started having a good time. And we got Marae her first goal, I had a few, Jada had some, and getting even some of the freshmen, first year players getting some goals, so it was just an all around fun game, it was just an enjoyable game. I mean, we had a good time. We took it serious, but also, we knew, this is our last one. Why not have some fun with it? But, and we said at the beginning with the rain, Marae called me before, and she was like, oh, literally only our senior night would rain. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much our luck.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
That's our luck. Every time. It's always something, but it would have been kind of cool to play in the rain, for being honest, but obviously for you guys with the sound stuff.
Well, that was JC.
That
like I said, I just had to show up, and you can wash clothes. You can't wash no damn sound
Right,
system.
yeah,
you know what I mean? I felt bad for old boy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He got all kinds of water all over his equipment and
Gosh,
stuff. I was like,
yeah.
oh man. But he ended up working it out, and
Yeah.
let the truth be told, I I have in my Amazon shopping cart his exact equipment because I'm jealous. Okay.
Yeah, he has a
No, that stuff is
sick
nice.
setup.
You know what I mean? That stuff is nice. I'm like,
is
damn,
professional.
dude.
He's ready for whatever
I'm
comes
like,
at him.
okay, you're making my stuff look mediocre. I'm supposed to be doing this professionally. What the hell's the matter?
Right. But yeah,
But,
I mean, for me it was, fun game, good last home game.
Mm-hmm.
I had some fun.
Yeah, I from what I understand, you guys had a pretty big turnout, you know, as far as fans go and whatnot, you know, and I noticed that a lot of the boys soccer fans stayed and watched y'all's game too. So we have Marae on the mic, and Marae, so what do you think?
It was
Like,
it was a fun game.
What do you think that was like? Probably one of the most amped up games.
Definitely, most definitely.
I mean, that looked like a portion of like a football crowd out there. You know what I mean? And everybody
Yes.
was clapping and cheering and cowbells. I think I even heard a couple. I mean, that
Yes.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I had talked to your guys' coach the game before your the home game before your senior night, and that was one of the main things that she was like, oh my God, I want cowbells, I want people screaming, I want
Yeah.
you out there in a bull suit, I don't know, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I'm glad you guys got to experience that for your last game. So Marae, reason I wanted you on here, you know, we've talked a little bit about this last home game, but you know, all three of you are multi-sport athletes.
Yes.
So you are a familiar face to the football crowd that we see you every single home game at halftime as part of the Charisma Blues dance team. So tell us a little bit about that. How did that all start out for you, and how you liking it so far?
I've been dancing since I was little. Dance was my main thing until I got to high school, and then soccer became my main thing. I was on the dance team my 8th grade year, and it was just a performance team. And then my sophomore year, I joined the dance team again, and we went to competitions and we went to state. And last year, I didn't complete my dance season. Then I joined again this year, and we are a competing team, and we are going to 7 competitions, I believe, and
7,
state.
wow.
Yes.
I had Liz Mullenbrock on not too long ago as Warrior of the Week representing Charisma Blues, and she had mentioned she wasn't sure if it was 6 or 7. So
Yes.
so it's 7, huh?
6 or 7. I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Yeah, so my sister used to dance, I believe her 8th grade or freshman year, I would assume. I don't know. I didn't pay that close attention. Okay, let truth be told. But anyway, yeah, I did go to a couple of those dance things, and, you know, it's cool to see dance, I'm sure, if you understand the scoring and whatnot. But you know, seeing somebody jazzercise isn't exactly my forte, of course. But yeah, so I mean, I've noticed that your guys' choreography has become a little bit more advanced.
Yes.
You know, of course, from last year to this year, and you can see that especially in your halftime performances. Do we expect more difficult? Did I say that right? Yeah. Do we expect more difficult choreography to be displayed in future halftime performances now that basketball season's coming up?
Yes, we have a few more dances that we learned over the summer. We had a camp, and a girl from Albuquerque came down and taught us a few dances, and we've just been saving them for basketball season. They involve more turns, and we can't do that on the football field. So
Right.
There'll be new dances for basketball season.
Well, that's great. Well, I'm going to pass it on over to Jada. And Marae, I just want to say you did a great job, okay? I saw your leg bouncing up and down like Thumper over here, okay? So you did a great job holding it together. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is Miss Marae, class of 2024, representing Socorro Warrior Soccer and Socorro Warrior Charisma Blues dance team. Now, we have Jada Castillo. Now, Jada, I'm going to ask you about wrestling, because you said in your first statements when we were talking about soccer that wrestling is near and dear to your heart. So, what's the expectation? And I mean your expectation, because I know Joel's expectation, but I'm talking your expectations.
This year, I want to go to state, but I'm also more focused on connecting with more of the girls and making sure that they stay, so that way the women's wrestling team can grow after I leave, especially since this is my last year. So I really want to make the state, and this is like I hope this is like the year that I can get first. But I'm also more focused about like making connections and making relationships with some of the newer girls, so they want to stay and they want to like bring their friends into the wrestling room, and so whenever I'm done and I'm gone, like we'll still have girls and a bigger team for later on down the road. For like my sister that's in middle school that wants to wrestle when she gets to high school, like I want there to be a bigger team for her to enjoy that. So that's kind of my goal for this year.
And so, tragedy came upon you during, what was it, Easter, correct? Tragedy came upon the wrestling team during Easter. The wrestling room had burnt down, unfortunately. So how's that coming together? How's everybody coming together and working through this as the season approaches?
So for right now, we're at Zimmerly. That's kind of where we're at for a while now, because Joel, he decided to upgrade the wrestling room when we're leaving, of course. But him and James are ordering new mats to put into the gym, and so once those come in and we get those on the floor, they want to start having practice in there, as long as like the walls and stuff aren't interfering with us. So he said that before the actual season starts, we should be back in our gym.
Well, that's comforting. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
'Cause I drive by it every once in a while, and I still see a hollow building, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he's still ordering like mats and stuff, because he said that he wants to get like a washroom and stuff in there, so he could just wash all the singlets in there, and he wants to remodel pretty much the whole thing.
Well, I mean, why not? But no time like the present. I
Yeah.
mean, if we're being honest, all jokes aside. So I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but they actually hired me on to be your guys' Bruce Buffer. Okay, so I will be announcing. They hired my entertainment company, so we will have lights, smoke, live music. I've already started ordering my suits for each individual event. I mean, it's going to be a show. So anyway, breaking the news to you here first.
Amazing. I'm super excited now.
I cannot disclose some of the ideas that me and the coaches are talking, but I can only disclose some of the things that I have already been set to do. So anyway, TBA, to be announced, okay?
We'll talk after.
Faith. Basketball. Come on, basketball.
Come on, basketball. You
Hey,
already know.
we're going on 3, almost 4 years of being
Yeah.
your guys' full-time announcer, okay? And now I got a very special reason to do it. I'd like to personally welcome new assistant head coach, Rebecca Apodaca, sitting right here next to me. This is my mom. She's looking at me like, why did you just do that? But no, it's okay, because I'm super proud of her. And, of course, a new head coach, Amanda Sines.
Mm-hmm.
And we're super, super, super happy to have a brand new team going on together, and I just want to see how you feel about it, being that you guys are a few practices underway. What has it been, a week or 2 weeks? About 1 week? Yeah, about 1 week. How have things been?
Man, they've been fun. Right now we're still just trying to figure out like who's better at what and who's not as good at certain things, so we can work on them, and what we lack as a team, so then we can practice on it more. And it's just pretty much getting to know players right now, learn coaching, learn styles of everyone. But I mean, man, it's fun. I see a lot of potential in these younger girls. Right now, I'm the only senior going to practice right now. All the other seniors are in volleyball, so I'm stuck with the youngins. But no, they're good. I can tell they have heart, and that's all I ask for any sport I play for from a team.
And
Just
so
have heart.
you guys got your first tournament? You guys got your first tournament coming up on the 30th. Oh, and I forgot to mention, wrestling's home opener is on the 29th, November 29th of this month. Anyway, but yeah, November 29th, 30th, November 30th. Sorry, those dates are really close to each other. You guys will be up in Las Vegas, correct? Yeah, Las Vegas, New Mexico. and doing a tournament out there. And this is pretty exciting because you guys are hitting the ground running. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't expect any other way.
Right.
But this is fun.
Yeah.
Making the transition into, the mid-season type area.
I mean, it's exciting. Last year, obviously, playing basketball also. Basketball is pretty close with soccer for me, so it's always exciting. It's always fun to get into that again. But I'm excited for this team. I really am. I think this team has a lot of heart, like I said, and a lot of heart means a lot of winning. So that's all. I'm excited for it. I mean.
Well, and ladies and gentlemen, Warriors fans alike, you can expect to see the same coach throughout the entirety of the season this year. I don't think we will have too many. I don't know what you would even call it, but anyway, there were several different coaches between last year's teams, and you could expect to see the same coaches
you
on the sideline from start to finish this season.
Yes,
I can promise you that.
Yes, you will.
But I think that's a perfect segue. We're going to take a bit of a break real quick. We'll be right back with more on the Warrior Talk podcast. We have with us representing Socorro Lady Warriors Soccer, Jada Castillo, Faith Lucero, and Marae Angel. Warrior Nation. Socorro Warrior Cross Country competed yesterday at their home district meet. Cross Country became district champions for Socorro, and Coach Beth was announced Coach of the Year. Congratulations to Coach Beth and Socorro Cross Country. Warrior Nation, you could expect to see the Socorro Warriors in Robertson, New Mexico this weekend. The time is to be announced, and the date, as a matter of fact. We're not sure if it's a Friday or a Saturday, but you can expect to see me and my co-host Tim out there, and we're trying to work on a live streaming service, whether it's something like the radio guy or it is something like, an actual visual. If you wish for a professional type visual, please visit nfhs.com, and that is where all of the professional videos are being live streamed through for the Nusenda Credit Union State Championship. This production is brought to you by 6112 Entertainment. Warrior Talk Podcast would like to thank the official home of the recordings, Keswava Cafe, serving the community and youth one cup at a time. APO Express, your one-stop shop for Warrior apparel. Candyland, to fill all your candy cravings. The Loma Theater, now showing The Creator. For showtimes and ticket pricings, visit lomatheater.com. And a big shout out to a newly acquired sponsor, The Honey Shack. Welcome back to the Warrior Talk podcast. With us, we have returning guest Faith Lucero and new guest Jada Castillo and Marae Angel. We had ourselves quite a shindig during the break here. Just laughing it over and stuff. So I guess I'm just going to open the floor. Do you guys have anything that comes to mind, since you guys are feeling nice and happy and funny, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, gosh. I mean, you guys saw how we were just laughing. That sums up, like I just said, that sums up our whole season. It was just laugh after laugh, cry after cry. It was a fun time. It was a rough time. It was an experience for sure. Man, I don't know. You guys got anything?
Are you kidding me right now? Y'all were just freaking cracking up like nobody's business. We were just laughing our heads off. And now you guys see the microphone and we're on live air and you're like...
And yeah, Murray stops. Murray's deer in the headlights. And then Jada's like, no, I don't got anything.
Huh?
Murray's not even listening, guys.
I was listening, I swear to God, but she was trying to tell me something and I spaced out there for a second. I'm sorry. I will not cut this out. That was hilarious. Oh yeah, could you give some encouraging words?
Some encouraging words
for the underclassmen. There it
is. Don't cut that one out either. Oh, actually, story. We were actually talking about this before. We were trying to think of stories that we could tell, because I remember last time I was here we were telling stories, and couldn't think of them, so this time I was prepared. But we were at practice, and Amanda's like, guys, I gotta tell you something. We're thinking something about soccer. We're thinking, God, what do we do? We're thinking the worst things possible, and we're like, what is it? Like, is it good? Is it bad? She's like, no, it's good, I think. And we're like,
But she wouldn't tell us until the end.
She waited the whole practice. She was like, I'm not gonna tell you until after practice though. And I was like, how are you gonna tell someone 2 hours before, hey, I gotta tell you something, but I'm not gonna tell you till 2 hours later? I'm like, no, I want to know now. Like, you can't do that to me.
But no, okay, no, because hold on, I hate to cut in, but she just brought up a good point, because I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait till you see the end of this movie. And then she's like, okay, but what happens? And I'm like, we're about to watch the movie. Just watch the movie. And she's like, well, no, but like, you just told me that it's going to be good. And now I want to know what happens. I'm like, well, watch the damn movie. I'm going to fall asleep, boy. I'm going to fall asleep. I don't know what's going to happen. Tell me what's going to happen. So anyway, back to your...
No, that's how my mom is. We'll be watching a movie and she'll tell me what's gonna happen. You already watched this. Tell me what's gonna happen. Why watch it if I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen?
You know what her reasoning is? Well, it's so I can understand it as it's happening. Because I don't know what's going on. None of us do. We had to watch the movie, and she's like, well, yeah, no, but because then I'll be confused, and then it'll piss me off, and I don't want to watch it.
Becca's laughing like it's word for word. Like that's
it is word for word. That's the issue. I've heard it so many times. You know what I mean? It's word for word.
She's saying it in her head too.
That's funny.
Especially the head. But I don't want to. But I don't get it. So you should hear my dad. He's like, watch the movie. And she's like, but what just happened? And I'm like, Mom, this, and that happened. Okay, but why? I don't know yet. I'm watching it for the first time, just like you, man. I don't know.
I don't. And that's how I am too. That's how my mom is. That's how I'm with my mom. But that's how Amanda was pretty much being. 2 hours passed. We're like, God, finally. We took so many guesses. We're like, are you getting another dog? She's like, no. Are you having a baby? Don't ever say that. Oh, sorry. We're like we're thinking of everything you could possibly think of, and she tells us after practice, she's like, she gets a text from her now fiance D. She gets a text from him, and it's a picture of a ring, but he deleted it before she could see it, but it wasn't fully see it, but it wasn't fast enough because she saw it. And then he like tried to cover it with another picture, like, oh, you know, like a picture of Echo, or so she's like, I think I'm getting engaged, and we're like, the whole soccer team was like, oh my God, it's gonna be on this day, it's gonna be on this day, I bet you it's gonna be on this day, oh, we better be there, and we're trying to figure out like when it's gonna be, and I think we said our senior night, huh? We were like, I bet she's gonna be on our senior night, and. Well, it wasn't on our senior night. It was on Tech's ring ceremony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for esports, right?
Yeah. So I guess that made sense. But D, and I hope you're listening to this, D, we're kind of hurt we weren't there for the engagement because we had so many guesses.
No, because I'm going to tell you right now, that's probably why he didn't do it when you guys guessed, because he was like, nah, I don't need a whole group of freaking 8 girls out here going, yeah, oh my God. He was probably like, no.
Yeah, I can't have that.
But then if you think about it, he's like, no, I ain't just putting the ring on her. She not putting a ring on it too. Yeah. No, hell no, this ain't all about her. Me too.
No, but I mean, we wanted to be there, obviously, but I mean, congrats to them. We're all invited to the wedding. She already told us, so we'll definitely be there. But yeah, it was a fun trying to guess where, when, and where he was gonna do it was just funny. And then seeing the text, she showed us the text and the picture and all that, and we were just like, "Gosh, D, like, how did you manage to do that?" Before we got Marae's senior goal, we had a chance to do it the first time we played Monte del Sol, and it wasn't as easy as you think it was. We're playing Monte del Sol, we're up, like 7-0, some ridiculous score. We were having another fun game. And I mean, even the refs are laughing with us. Like, it was such a, like, Murray, you have to get this goal. There's no way you can't get a goal today.
The ref was telling me to get the goal.
He's encouraging her, like, oh, yeah, she could get a goal, you know? We put Murray as a forward, and I mean, she is 5 feet from the goal, and the ball is in between her and the goal, and the goalie's looking into the far distance, not paying attention to nothing. And so I'm like, oh, there's no way Murray can't make a goal today. Place it perfectly, misses it. Do it again, misses it. Okay, let's just imagine this. Does it again, misses it. I'm like, there's no way, Murray. There's no, and I'm getting frustrated because I'm placing the most perfect balls of my whole entire career in front of the goal from Murray, and she can't make it into the little net. And I'm just like, there's no way. And finally, there's this beautiful one. Sent her beautiful ball. She's sprinting full speed, kicks it in, goes in. We're like, yeah. Ref. Offsides. Oh, I was like, take her out. I'm done. I'm done with her. I was like, Murray, you're the worst forward I've ever had. The worst forward I've ever had play for me. And she's like, I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. And we're just like, gosh, Murray. So then we decided to take Aubrey out, our goalie, put her as a forward. Not even 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it was, and she makes a goal. And I think I look back at Murray, I think even the ref looked back at Murray and was like, Murray, you know, like, he even knew Murray's name. He's calling out Murray by her name at this point because that's how many times he gave her the ball. And it was just, God, that was a funny one. And thank God we got her one when we played here, because I don't even know.
Okay, but hold on. So we have Marae in the house. Marae, you got to give us your side of the story now, okay? Because Faith just straight outed you right now to everybody, calling you, and I quote, the worst forward she's ever played with.
I agree with that. Okay, I've never played forward, ever. I've always been a defender. And when they put me as forward to get my goal, like Faith said, she was giving me beautiful balls. They were perfect. I don't know what was going on with me. I just did not. It went straight to the goalie, or it went way over there. It was. I don't know what was going on. The ref was telling me, "You got this. Just shoot it. Just shoot it." I was like, "I'm trying." And so when I told Aubrey when she was moving forward, I was like, Aubrey, if you score, I would be so upset. And she scored. I look at Aubrey and I just shake my head. I was like, no way the goalie just scored. But I did score, I was just offsides.
Okay, so Jada, what's your take on the whole situation?
It was a very frustrating thing because when they moved Murray up, they moved me back to defense. And so, like, we dropped the ball down to us, and everybody, get the ball to Murray, get the ball to Murray. So we'd like shoot it to the wings, and we'd send her. And every time we missed it, so we'd all just be sitting there at defense, like, what is she doing? So I'm just like, what is going on right now? Like, I give the ball to Avery, and I'm like, find Murray. She's like, Murray, where's Murray? And I was like, I was wondering where she went. Because Ray was like going everywhere.
Not a forward.
Yeah, no, so then finally I was talking to Aubrey because I was a defense and I didn't have anything else to do. So I was talking to Aubrey, and also Jonah asked if you could switch. So I told Amanda, me and Aubrey are gonna switch, and she's like, okay. So I just Aubrey, she's like, come back. And Aubrey switched, and Aubrey went up there, and also Aubrey was like, you better get this. Like, I'm not a good goalie.
The look of utter disappointment in Faith's face right now. No, like, I wish you could see how disappointed Faith looks.
You don't know how frustrated I was, because I was so passionate about getting Murray a goal. I was like, oh, I gotta get her. It's her senior year. I have to get her a goal. I have to do it. And I put in so much work getting her a goal. I'm getting kicked in the calf. Anything possible. There's a one girl on there. She was a little, she's a little muscular. She's a little big, and we're going at it. And I'm like, I'm looking at the ground. Murray, where are you? Murray, where are you? Murray's like, over here. I look up, Murray's hiding behind the defenders. And I'm like, I just keep looking at Amanda and Shane. I'm like, good thing she's a defender. Because godly, that would have, she was, I got no word. I had no words for it. I still don't to this day. But we got her goal, so it matters.
It was also a beautiful wall.
God dang. So, okay, hold on. So you spoke a lot about the screwed up, the botched plays, and I say that plural. So how Marae,
So how's her defense?
when you finally decided to pull, Marae, when you finally decided to pull your head out, okay, by the sounds of everything, how did that end up going for you? Okay, how did you feel when you finally got a goal?
I tried for faith and I was like, I got it. I finally got it. And she's like, yes. And I went straight back to defense.
Okay, well, okay.
All the way.
So I'm gonna share a story about my first ever score in football. My senior year. Okay. And I talk a big game, okay? Now what I talk about and what I can actually physically do that I'm actually capable of are two different things. But you know, when I was in high school, whatever, I was Superman. It didn't matter. So who was Coach Al still coach, or did he have his stroke when I was a senior?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he did. Okay, so it was Damien, Coach Ocampo, and he's like, "All right, man, we're gonna be playing Hatch for the district championship in Hatch." You know how he talks. You know, we're gonna be playing Hatch for the district championship in Hatch, and you know, these guys are some dudes. You know what I mean? There's some dudes, there's some men on the line, but I think we can get you the ball. Have you ever taken a handoff before? I'm like, you've been my coach for as long as I've been playing. Have I ever taken a handoff before? Okay, exactly. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, well, it's real simple. You know what I mean, Marcus? He's just going to turn around. He's going to give you the ball. You're just going to grab it, and you're just going to hold it, and you're going to run as fast as you can. You're just going to run. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, sounds good. Hell yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't even film study for the team. I literally watched nothing but NFL highlights for running backs taking handoffs and taking handoffs and taking handoffs. So anyway, there's a video out there somewhere of me doing this, okay? I'm like 3 foot away from the quarterback behind him. I've never played fullback or running back before. I don't know I'm damn near about to get down in a 3-point stance. I didn't know what was going on back there. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm sitting there, and I'm you know, like my legs are shaking, and I'm like, you know, I'm like a car with like a big old motor in it. You know how it just keeps jumping forward. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there like this. Marcus turns back to me. I remember, and he's like, "You ready, Moy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? Like I'm like going crazy, and he's like, "Shit." You know what I mean? Like I saw that look in his face, like, fuck, damn. You know what I mean? And they had some Joe Blow playing my damn spot. Okay, so somebody broke through the line. Not saying nothing about myself, but I was badass. Anyway, what happened was they it was a 2-point conversion play too, okay? I'm getting amped up for 2 points. It wasn't even an actual like touchdown, okay? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I made a touchdown, whatever. Anyway, so Marcus is like, yeah, set, hut. He gets the ball and hands it out. Takes me a second to click and say, oh wait, you're supposed to grab it. So like you'll see in the video, like I like stutter step and then I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I damn near ripped Marcus's arm off. Well, when this happens, I get the ball and I'm like, oh my God, 2 defenders are coming in right at me. And I'm like, oh yeah. So what happened was I was just like, I had a bad habit of doing a spin move in unnecessary situations throughout that entire season. There's even a film video where they made fun of me to this day because I did a spin move on Casper. I just decided I wanted to be a ballerina in the middle of the field, okay? That was all my senior year. I don't know why. Anyway, this was a one and only time where I did it, and I did it in the proper location. Homeboys are coming from me, and man, that hurt, okay? I don't care what nobody says. When they jab you in your side, like I played it off like it didn't. I swear to God, that stuff hurt, okay? And I was like, he did a spin move to my right, and I was like, oh my God, I'm free. Oh my God, I'm free. Oh my God, run. I have not transitioned the ball to high and tight. I'm still freaking hugging that thing with dear life. So I'm running like this, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my God. Well, 2 more defenders come on and I'm all, boom, you know what I mean? I hit them and I tried to hit another spin move and I got caught up. And a little known fact about this play, and I send my deepest gratitude to Josh Lopez. Homeboy horse collared me into the end zone, so I made the 2-point. He grabbed me right here, and I just remember my whole pad set going, whoo, and I remember when it went up, I was all going into the end zone, and when I landed on top of Josh, okay? And Josh said, get off me, you fat, you know what I mean? And I got off, and he was all, nice, bro, nice. I was like, man, thanks, man. Crushed my esophagus. And then I'm trying to play it off all cool, like how the NFL does it, flicked it to the ref and shit. You know what I mean? I'm all that shit. I'm all 2 points. 2 points. We were winning by 50, okay? But I thought the 2 points made the difference. I won the championship in my book, okay? I won that thing. I did that. My 2-point conversion, we had a lot. Oh, I marched that, but you know what I mean? I did a freaking chassé on my way in, you know what I mean? I don't care what nobody said. I did the splits when I crossed. Well, I definitely split something, but that felt bad for Coach Z because I did. I ripped the backside of my pants. He was having to sew it up because, see, I was so big when I was playing. They only had one size that fit me, or at least it seemed that way because I'd get the same pair of pants for every game that I played. Shoot, I remember my first encounter with Coach Z, as actually my coach, and it was on the day that we're getting our numbers. Okay, my freshman year, and I had just got out of 8th grade playing football and whatnot, and I played as number 52. So I'm getting into high school, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna request 52, whatever, thinking I'm in a position to request a number as a freshman, right? Nobody was wearing 52 in my defense, okay? Nobody, whatever. So it was a free number. So I walk in there, and, Coach Z's pretty tight with my dad. So I was like, I'm going to pull the dad card on this one, you know what I mean? Try to get what I want. I'm like, yeah, Coach, I've been thinking about it. I think number 52 would be good for me. And he looks me up and down, you know what I mean? Like he's about ready to jack me in the face or something, you know what I mean? He looks me up and down and he goes, nah, that jersey's too small. We're going to put you in 61. I was like, okay, 61 it is, I guess, you know what I mean? I was like, you could have said it 69, you know what I mean? That's a little bit better number. Who wears 61? No, but who wears 61? Nobody wears 61, okay? Literally, NFL, nobody wears 61. That's 60, 62, 65, 61, cool. That's a sideline number, okay? That's a I'm on the bench for life type of number, you know what I mean? And then, fast forward 2 years, 2 years would have been my junior year, right? Yeah. So we're getting out from COVID. Well, mind you, when we get back from COVID, okay, I kind of blew up since I graduated, but I blew up during COVID, okay? No, honestly, and she knows. That's why she's laughing, because she's the one who'd remind me. She's like, no, she'd go like this. She'd go, I'm wearing a 2X, mind you. My first day of practice, I throw a 2X on. That's what I'm used to wearing, whatever. And she goes, you want me to stretch that out for you? I'm like, Mom, this is a 2X. And she's like, Come here. Let me stretch it for you. Hold on. Are you wearing an undershirt? You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, I go to practice and they weight us in just to see, what we gained, whatever. 315 pounds. I was the heaviest, shortest, youngest lineman on that team, just about. Okay. And I go in all proud, you know what I mean? Hey, Coach Z, what's going on? He goes, reluctantly gives me my number back because at this point I've become prideful of my number, you know what I mean? the noise that I made when I was trying to put my shoulder pads on with that number. You know what I mean? I was all, it like wouldn't go past here. So I'm sitting there walking like this because my shoulder pads wouldn't go any further than my jersey. My jersey's sitting here like a crop top, you know what I mean? And so that's where the nickname Big Sexy came from. Anyway. Oh my God. And then I joined golf and lost all that shit. And I said, you know what? Nah, hell no, we ain't ever been 300 pounds again. And then I graduated, and, well, when you live in Albuquerque, okay, there's a different fast food place to eat every night, so I don't care what nobody says. I've shared a lot about myself. Does anybody have it? I know wrestling's quite the time, okay? I know for a fact wrestling's quite the time.
Wrestling's a very fun time because we're all very close and there's like no boundaries. So it's always an interesting year with the team, especially the girls team. They get very like comfortable with each other, and it's just like an interesting experience. Because they get very, well, wrestling's a physical sport, so like being physical with people is very normal, but like the girls just get comfortable with each other, and it's like weird people, but also it's fun because y'all get closer. But the best relationships I've had, like with friends and stuff, is from the wrestling team. The boys team is different. That doesn't count. That's not the girls.
Well, I hope you wouldn't be getting comfortable with the boys' team.
No. Absolutely not.
But as far as the girls' team goes, so how does state go? I don't know. I'm weird now. I don't know what to say.
State's
Like, I know in baseball they slap each other on the ass. Is that permitted on the girls' team? Or I don't know how that works. I don't know. I'm not a female. Okay, I might have breastises, but I'm not a female. Okay.
not really. Like we'll do it, just like not really at tournaments. We like have practice and all the time. Joel, this is your team, Joel. What did it have, Joel? Joel, I hope boys are worse than us. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. One of my best friends was part of that. Two of my best friends were part of that team for several years, and when they're together, I'm damn near expecting one of them to get down on a knee and be like, "You're the one I've always wished for. Let's spend our lives together." You know what I mean? And then I just expect Jaden to be there in the corner, like, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, oh my God. Okay, I have a short story to share. Okay, so I always go over to James and Tasha's house on Halloween every year because I have some sort of outlandish costume every single year. Anyway, I decided in 34-degree weather it was cool to ride my motorcycle like Elvis, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I was doing so absolutely frozen. When I get there, Sean is supposed to be a cholo. That's the whitest, most lumberjack Irish-looking cholo I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? But I wasn't going to say that to him. So, I mean, if Sean's out there, my bad, but not really. You know what I mean? Anyway, so me and Sean, it's an interesting dynamic, okay? Because Sean is way too smart for his own good. And I'm simple in a way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm real intelligent about Batman, but that's about it. You know what I mean? like I don't know much about anything else. I don't know. I don't even know how I've made it this far, honestly. But anyway, but Sean, on the other hand, like, you know, we have a similar sense of humor. So anyway, him and Jaden are over there. Whatever, they show up, and I was pissed off because every year it seems like I miss him. Until he shows back up, and I'm like, right on, yes, you know, whatever, we take our picture. Anyway, so him and I, we go back to 5-year-old status, okay? When we're sitting on the couch, and we're giggling and laughing, and I'm making an ass of myself, and they're trying to have, like, you know, actual adult conversations, and me and Sean are making a ruckus, you know what I mean? I think the only reason we didn't get told off is because we should know better, you know what I mean? Like, and then you just see Jaden over there, like, I mean, she's just pissed. She's like, what the fuck? Thought this only happened with Trey. You know what I mean? Like,
No, you three.
oh my god. Oh my god. I witnessed that for the first time. I was like, what the? What is going on right now? Oh, yeah. But anyway.
Wrestling's very different. I watched, I think, I really got into it last year. And I watched,
I wonder why.
you're gonna have to guess that on your own. But I really got into it last year. Tried to at least try to learn the rules and whatever. We show up. It was a home match, home tournament, like whatever you call it. I mean,
It's called a meet.
yeah,
It's called a meet.
Like,
Okay.
see, I don't even know the words. So.
And I don't mean steak. I mean.
Well, we go and I don't remember what team you guys were wrestling. It was one in what's it called, duel? Yeah. So I think it was Kaden Moreland. Kaden Moreland was wrestling when I finally started to pay attention. Kaden Moreland wrestling. I'm sitting by Lila, and she knows what to do, you know, because Junior obviously taught her like the certain
The
things
ins and
about it.
outs.
Yeah. So I'm asking her, like, oh, what's this? What's that? Like, trying to figure it out. And Kaden Morgan's match comes up, and I'm like, oh, like, everyone says he's pretty good, you know? And so I'm watching, and he's in a weird move, let's say. And I'm thinking, why? Like, how? Like, why?
Do you care to describe this move?
It was, I think he did it on purpose, because when we asked him after, he's like, yeah, I did that. And I was like, it was just, why would you want to be in, I don't even know how to explain it. Wrestling is just very physical. It's very physical, but it's very weird at the same time for me to watch. I feel like when you're doing it, obviously you're not thinking, you're just thinking like, I need to pin this person. But when you're watching it, especially me and Alana, because Alana knows absolutely nothing about wrestling, and we're watching it for the first time, and we're just like, gosh, like, what is going on? Like, this is, whoa, like, what is happening? And Kaden Moreland and Brian just laugh about it every time. They could be in the weirdest positions, and Kaden Moreland and Brian are just like, oh yeah, remember that? That felt weird. And I'm like, golly, God.
Hello? Hey, not much you?
Like
Marae
don't wanna. She has things more important.
Well, Marae has a nail appointment, so we got to wrap this thing up. I thought we were having a great time here,
Right.
but Marae just wants to be
I was in the middle of telling you how I felt about how uncomfortable I was about wrestling, and you
Yeah,
talking
she
about
did.
I got a nail appointment.
She's talking to, you're sitting over here like, damn, he was tied up in an awkward pretzel. Marae's like, damn. Who do nails? I got to get my nails did. She'd be sitting over there like it's homecoming or something. Man, I got to get beautified. I don't know what's going on. She had said, senior night already passed. Girl, prom's a little ways
Yeah,
away. Come
soccer
on.
ends. She don't know how to act now.
I know.
She can get nails all the time.
Well, you know what? This has been extremely enjoyable, and I hope to have more episodes like this because this was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm super glad that at least two of you got over your nerves a little bit, at least enough to manage to get through a show. And I definitely hope to have y'all back because, like I say, this was a blast. This was probably the most I've ever laughed during the recording of one of these. But before we end up here, I want to, kind of mention Coach Z. He had a bit of a dilemma after the game on Friday night, and from what I understand, from what I've read anyway, I haven't exactly asked anybody for privacy reasons and whatnot. But last I had read, he was at a center in Albuquerque and he was receiving treatment. And, we just pray for a speedy recovery, and we hope to see him back out on the field. And,
Yeah.
He
doing
has
Z things.
Doing Z things,
Doing
exactly.
Z things, big prayers for Z.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, if you ladies just want to, introduce yourself one more time, in case they didn't catch it at the beginning, and
Hi, my name is Jada Castillo. I'm class of 2024. I'm number 31 on the Lady Warriors soccer team, and I'm a midfielder.
Hey guys, I'm back. My name's Faith, and number 4, play for Socorro soccer team, and I am a senior. I'd also just like to say, Moy, thank you for doing our senior night because it was absolutely amazing. I know I was crying the whole time, but thank you for announcing. So
Well, thank you. It was my honor to do so.
I am Marae Angel. I am a senior and number 30, and I am a defender.
And I gotta go get my nails done.
I'm sorry.
Heyo.
Well, I don't know. You were asking me to ask something. I don't know what's going on. I just tried to pass the microphone over to my mother, and she went like Marae. She just went mute. She was trying to tell me something this whole time, and then she saw a microphone, and she was like, "Who?"
You definitely get it from your dad now. You definitely get it from your dad.
She don't. Oh my God. Oh, hold on. Before we leave, Marae, if you have to leave, by all means, you already said your exit. Okay, you got 15 minutes till 12. Anyway, I just checked. But anyway, no. So we're at the Paleta bar. We're at the Paleta bar, okay? And we pull into the parking lot, and she goes, "Ooh, I think I got a coupon for a free paleta." And I'm like, "Cool." You know, like, all right. I'd like some Cold Stone. You know what I mean? So anyway, we get in there, and it's evening time. You know what I mean? They're cleaning out their little freezer, whatever, getting ready for closing and whatnot. Anyway, she doesn't see any paletas in the freezer, but she really wants to use her coupon. So she's like, turns her back to everybody and faces me at my chest and goes, "Can you ask them what paletas they have? Can you ask them if they have any more paletas?" I think that's what it was. I was all, yeah, I guess. So then, like, and mind you, every step I'm taking forward, she's looking like this. You know what I mean? Like, she's standing next to me, but she's like, doesn't make eye contact. You know what I mean? I'm trying my hardest to not break sanity here. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm like, "Hey, you know, are you guys still serving paletas, whatever?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, we have this, that, the other." And she's like, turns again, "I want the avocado paleta." I'm like, "Okay, can I have the avocado paleta?" Like, if she couldn't, you know. And then she's like, "I want it half dipped in white chocolate." "Can I have it half dipped in white chocolate?" "What else do you want?" "I want piñons." "Can I have piñons on it, please? Thank you."
I didn't want to bother them.
No, but that's how Marae will have a question. She's like, "You should ask Amanda." Okay, why don't you ask Amanda?
You should ask them.
No, okay, but here's the worst part, though. We get to the cash register, and
Oh, yeah, bye.
we get to the cash register, okay? And she's like, hands me her phone, and the coupon's brought up on her phone. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? What is going on? You know what I mean? What are you kidding? And she goes, you know, hands me her phone, and I take it. I'm like, here's the barcode or this coupon. I don't know. It's hers. I don't know what. And then the lady's like, "Well, we're not finding it." And she's like, "Can you ask them how we find it?" I'm like, and then she sees the little like phone number thing pop up, and she's like, "Oh wait, never mind, I got it." Like, oh, you could type in the phone number, but let me order the whole thing and go through the whole thing. And then she's like, "Oh well, do you want something?" So then I turned my back and I was like, "Yeah, I want an agua fresca," and then walked away from her. And she was like, you know, like, and then she was all, "He wants a watermelon, a large one."
I was like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, because, okay, here's the thing.
I
So,
had, like, really bad anxiety and it
like,
just came out. I don't know.
my dad, he tells stories about that happening.
And he never saw
I'd never encountered it before. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, she's always done our ordering. You know what I mean? So, like, I've never encountered it before. So I was like, come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No way. And then it happened, and I was all, what the heck is going on?
Disbelief.
Yeah, I was in utter disbelief. And then it was so bad that, you know, we get over to Cold Stone because I didn't want Cold Stone. She stayed in the truck. She was like, okay, bye, have a good one. Here's my card. Okay. You didn't even want to get down with it? No, I'm okay. I'm good.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
My mom will use the, well, you're going to have to do this when I'm always going to be right there. And say, I get it. But why not use the company while I have it? You know? Like, why not use you until I don't?
I think that's her way of thinking.
I think that's her, yeah.
Like, why not?
Like, you're
I mean,
here,
like, you're
so
here.
why don't you
Wait,
order?
You know what's funny is like when they would be shy, and they're like, no, don't act like that. Come on.
Yeah.
But no, just because I know how I felt, and I didn't want them to like ever feel that. So I was like trying to make them comfortable. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Be outgoing.
But then, okay, hold on. But here's the thing.
And my mom wasn't either. My mom had like 2 friends. Like, you know, like my mom didn't know English when she came, so she had no social whatsoever. My dad absolutely didn't either. So my mom threw me in everything she could, and I mean, I guess that's how I got outgoing.
And then there's 2 different things. And then there's my dad, and he jumbles over his words and stuff. No, he jumbles over his words when he's ordering. You know what I mean? So he'll order something, and God forbid if he knows the person at the drive-thru window, and then he'll call him the completely opposite name of what they are. He'll be like, "Hey Terry," and his name is Jim. Be like, "Hey Terry, what's going on, brother? Long time no see." And they just go along, like, "Hey Moy, what's going on?" This and that. And then he asks the questions later. What did I just call him? You call him Terry? Well, his name is Jim. Why did you let me do that? What am I gonna say? But anyway, I think I've kept y'all here long enough. We just successfully recorded an hour and 2 minutes.
Hey.
So,
it's a fun time.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been awesome. Once again, we had 3 seniors here. I say had because one of them had to go get their nails did.
She had to go get her nails did.
Damn. They just let me know about that. We never did get a picture of all 3 of them. So anyway, luckily I don't post this till like Tuesday. So we'll get a picture soon enough. But anyway, this has been an absolute blast. And once again, you know, prayers to Coach Z. We really hope everything goes out good there, and I really hope to see him on the field Friday night. This has been the Warrior Talk Podcast. Very special episode here. And always remember, when it comes to a place like Socorro, only Warriors survive. I want to apologize for the delay on this episode. This is a very special episode, and I wanted to be sure that it was very close to perfect. So I hope you enjoyed, and as always, once a warrior, always a warrior.